So today's video is really personal and it's really close to my heart. So some places they just don't heal you. They rebirth you. They transform you. And for me, that place was Rishikesh. So when I was in second year of my college, everything fell apart at once. Friends I trusted backstabbed me. A serious relationship ended overnight. And suddenly I was alone in a city away from home, like Dehradun felt worlds away. Day by day, the loneliness turned into something darker. I slipped into depression. I used to have panic attacks. There were nights when I genuinely felt like my life didn't matter anymore. And I couldn't just tell this to my family. I was like so scared, like that they'll be troubled and they'll just call me back and what will happen to my course and my studies. But eventually things went too far and I had to tell my mom. But to be very frank, it really helped me. It helped me to cure this depression of mine to a 90% extent. One morning I was just sitting and having my breakfast and I just had this thought and I just smiled. I was thinking how I used to be when I was in school. I used to be a very jolly, fun loving and a cheerful person. And what is happening with me now? No, Mariam, you need to breathe again. So what I did is I packed my bags and I decided to go for a solo trip because I had a long weekend coming. I thought to go to Rishikesh, a place I always thought was honestly very overrated. What could be so special about the place? Like everyone used to hype Rishikesh a lot. But the moment, literally, but the moment I reached Rishikesh and the first view I had of the Ganga River, it hit me like a shock. The breeze felt different, the sound was different, something inside and somewhere shifted. And as I walked through the streets, I saw sadhus, yogis, aghoris. It was a world I have never ever seen. I come from a city, it's a crowded city where we see pollution, we see crowd, we see big buildings. But this kind of view was really different for me. I just went to this ghat. It was a very deserted kind of a ghat. There was this woman sitting alone and she was meditating. I just approached her. Maybe she heard my footsteps, so she opened her eyes and she looked at me and she just smiled. It was a really cute smile and she was so pretty. She had this blue eyes. So I smiled back and turns out that she was from Russia. Because we did a long conversation. Like she was asking questions like where I'm from, why I'm here, what I'm going through, like all of that stuff. I don't know why did she ask the question what I'm going through, but yeah. So all this conversation happened and she told me that she had a great life there, a good job and a family until her husband left her for someone else. And she told me that her son has dyslexia, the same condition from the movie Tare Zameen Par. So someone told her that AIMS would help him and that Rishikesh's environment has this healing power, and it does. So she came here. Used to work in cafes, painted on the walls, and slowly Rishikesh became home. So she has been living there for almost 7 to 8 years, and she said that she doesn't ever want to go back now. I was just listening, and I was literally stunned. I was stunned that how a woman who has lost everything, her marriage, her home, her life, her son is suffering, yet she found peace in a foreign land, the language she doesn't even speak. So she used to use Google Translator to talk to me. But honestly, she didn't need words. Her emotions did the same. So we spent some good 7 to 8 days together, sometimes sitting quietly on the cars. I used to meet her very frequently. We used to live at different places. Like I was staying in a hostel, and she was staying full time, like for in a hotel. Sometimes we used to sit quietly on the ghat, sometimes talking with people from different countries, sometimes doing meditation together and small healing therapies. And through her, I realized something huge. I was ready to end my life literally over a few friends and a breakup, like literally such a small shit. And I thought that in this universe, we are such a small, tiny being, and life is so much bigger than all this, all of that I imagined. And then in that one week, I met people who didn't know me, but who wanted to talk to me, who wanted to hear my story, and wanted to share their own. And I realized that I'm someone worth knowing, someone worth loving, and someone worth existing. So, talking to strangers, bonding with people from different countries, having different languages, it built my confidence. It reminded me that humans are meant to connect, to share their stories, to heal each other, to learn from each other's experiences. And that trip taught me that life isn't about losing people who don't value you. It's about finding people, even strangers, who remind you why you are alive and what's the real motto, why you have been given this beautiful life. And so Rishikesh, this place, it just didn't change me, it saved me. I obviously couldn't share the entire backstory. I would love to someday, but I guess मैंने इतना gist तो दे दिया आप लोगों को कि how a place can save you, can rebirth you, and reshape you. And that's why I literally love traveling. I love traveling from the core of my heart. And I like making these videos on different places and traveling related videos. And to be very frank, it's not just on the vlogs. It's true, guys. If you'll travel, and especially solo, you will find things about you which you haven't uh, discovered yet. There is a side of yours which you haven't discovered yet, and you need to. It is a beautiful side, believe me. If your world ever feels like it's falling apart, go find that place that holds you back together. Like I had Rishikesh.